Alright, so here we are. I'm going to tear down my heads, get the springs pulled out. I'm going to send them in to wide open throttle so he can assemble the heads, so that way once they come, just throw them in. So, what the hell, why not? Yep, just got to take all the springs out. This handy dandy tool of fanciness. Paul's up here. I think he's just going to pretty much worry about like wiring more shit in the engine bay. Like get his oil pressure or fuel pressure. This concoction, because the sensor was too big to fit in there, so that was kind of annoying. Yeah, I think maybe like headlights and shit like that he's going to work on today, so try and get that stuff done. But yeah, and then maybe later we'll do like a live stream or some shit after we eat. So yeah, first things first, I'm gonna start tearing these down. Oh, gotta clean this. Oh wow, that made it worse.
Of course, there's a little screwdriver in there. Put the Phillip.
Gotcha. Alright, so this is the cylinder that was disgusting. Alright, so now if we go up here, I've already went ahead, pulled all my good springs off. Now if we look at this, you can see that there's like a little spring collar, we'll call it. Look at this one. It is not there. It is missing. So, that explains why it was so disgusting. Still not convinced? Don't worry. So this is the one that has the thing on there. It's not as clean, you know, it's still pretty dirty in there. But if we open this guy, the one that didn't have the thing on there, might as well just pull the whole fucking valve out. Look at how nasty it is in there. Then we can come over here, look at like this one. Its seal was fine. That looks just like normal combustion. This one as well, just normal combustion. So yeah, that's not ideal. So I'm pretty sure this cylinder was the reason why this one, even with that, is dirty is because the intake gasket had failed. The gasket had failed right here, so it was allowing it in there. As you can tell, that's nice and yummy too. But these ones are nice and clean. But yeah, so that explains why the one cylinder was dirty in the, like, a couple episodes ago or whatever. But yeah, now we know. Paul's up there getting crazy with his cutoff wheel. I think he's modifying his head or something.
Trying to get him out.
Oh, he's trying to get the headlights.
Bolts are bolt strip.
Oh yeah. Well, aren't they like fucking Phillips too? So yeah. But yeah. So now those are packed up. I can get those shipped out. And yeah, I'm kind of losing my voice. Alright, that's all I got right now. Alright, I had to, real quick, pull off the valve seals and grab the seats. I forgot to do that. He's going to need those. So, that's good. Good thing I didn't forget that. That would have sucked. But yeah, now it's done. I'm done. So now Paul's just up here soldering his life away. He found some new soldering tips for our soldering iron there.
Yeah, from Banggood.
Straight from Banggood, straight from China. A lot better than the other tip we had. There was like half of a tip there, so.
It wasn't even a tip anymore.
Yeah, it was more of just the shaft. So, yeah, now we just continue on. All right, now that there's like oil all over my fucking camera, I can't get it clean. So yeah, Paul just wired in these bad boys. They're fancy connectors. You basically like unscrew this and then they'll come apart. Super nice, super waterproof. Basically he's gonna end up soldering those on up in there. Obviously they go in the fucking headlights. I don't know why I'm explaining it to that extent, but headlights, yeah, they go to the headlights. And right now he's soldering in the fuel pressure sensor, so that's happening. Alright, I mean his engine harness is pretty much done. I think that side's pretty much done, which we've already kind of gone over, and then pretty much we just need to start getting all this shit wired. But yeah, that's where we're at. Nothing's really changed other than that. Alright, so we're live streaming. And so yeah.
Here it is.
But yeah, so this is what happened. Paul got there's a lot of shit routed. So he's got the alternator routed, boost controller is going to be routed. It's all routed along this. I think that's all that's over here. Oh, and wideband, that's routed along this as well. And that's all routed into the car. Yeah, he's got it, goes through there, routed into there. And then he's going to have his headlights, and then the markers will also get wired up still too. I don't know if that's on the agenda for tonight or whatnot, but... And then I just scuffed this sucker up and wiped it down with some isopropyl, and Paul laid down some nice runs and stuff. So, but yeah, should look nice. Rocking this new, Paul picked up this bad boy from Harbor Freight the other night. Thing works pretty good. It's actually got an extension cord spot on the bottom here. Works pretty good. So just using that for some lighting. But yep, I can only say but yeah so many times. That's that. And then we'll see when he gets this stuff wired up. Maybe we'll actually see this stuff work.
Maybe.
We can dream a little dream. But yep, there's the second one, or last one. Alright, so that's dry. It's got 2 coats. Paul has routed the wires up through there. The headlights are wired, right? The headlights aren't done at all. So the turn signals are done. That side works. This side does not. Paul cheaped out, or tried to be a cool kid. He tried to be a cool kid and buy these pre-made ones. Well, he had them all wired up and the driver's side wouldn't work. Well, it turns out it was this guy, and also the bulbs were burnt out. 2 of the 3 bulbs were burnt out. So he's got to order up. He needs an H3, and then I think these are like 200s or something, 200 something. I don't know. It's got 3 numbers. That's all I know. Or like a 192 or something, I think.
I'll find out when I go there.
Yeah. So. But yeah. So that's the end of Saturday. It's now Sunday, and we'll see you tomorrow. Okay. Well, I'm just adding it to yesterday. So yeah. Next day. Steve's out here. He's leaving now.
Leaving. Hi, Steve.
Steve is leaving. And yeah, so Paul's gotten, the headlights are done now, aren't they?
Yeah. I just gotta ground them to turn them on. I didn't put them in the ground yet.
So yeah, he's still gotta get the ground, and then the headlights actually work. We've already tested them because we weren't gonna have yesterday's issue. And then we got the boost controller down here mounted with some self-tappers. Only had to drill out the hole, is a little sketch. Everything's going to be routed along the frame rail and then come back up, loop, and then up inside. I think everything is ran now.
I think so.
I think it's pretty much done.
I just got to do the fans, is what I'm doing now.
Oh yeah, and then he's got to do the fans for the radiator, which is over there. Yeah, and then once that's done, it's basically done. Other than we need to do like some interior lights and just like pretty much clean up then. He's still got to loom up this side. And then, I don't know if I showed you yesterday, but I mounted this guy. It's only got 1 bolt hole in it, but it seems to be enough. We could put a self-tapper in there if we so choose.
I will.
Most likely, because the car vibrates a lot. And we had to put like a 90 in there. We had it just straight, but the 90 allows us to have it straight down. Otherwise, basically, it would have been right above the cam sensor, and then we wouldn't be able to unplug the cam sensor ever, which I don't know why we really need to, but it'd be a lot better to not have to remove the fuel crap to be able to unplug the cam sensor. So it's already kind of really going to suck if we need to get in there with a wrench to tighten that stuff. Okay then. And yeah, that's kind of where we're sitting. We got to go sell a phone for him, and then get some. We need something from Walmart. I don't remember.
My lights.
Oh yeah, we gotta get him some lights so we can get those done. I think they're like H3s and shit. We need some of those. Have some loom. And then hopefully when we get back, we should be able to try and get this guy put back on. That'd be nice. Yeah. Start assembling crap. And then hopefully, in like, maybe, so like, what weekend is this? What is today? Today is February 10th. So hopefully by the end of February, this thing will be running. I don't really see why not, but it's plausible. Because basically all we got to do is we got to fix up the turbo manifold.
Gotta run the fuel. And
then run fuel lines, which actually probably what we'll be doing today, if we do that. Because we can't put we should probably do the fuel lines before we put the intake on. Yeah. We only got to extend the one, so. And, yeah. Trying to think what else. Trying to build some sort of a timeline here. Yeah. And then I'm waiting. So basically, I'm waiting for my head. So basically, by the end of the month, both of our cars should be pretty close. Looking at probably a month, maybe, well, I think in like, basically 2 months, we should be running. So we should have a month before automotion
to mess with it. And
we should be going. Because once we're pretty much waiting, if we're waiting on parts and stuff, we can pretty much start on other shit. Once the motors, I think once this stuff's running, or if we're literally not got nothing to do, we can do the suspension shit. We're probably going to do the front ones first, because those are going to be the worst ones.
Yeah. Back will be easy, let's just drop in.
Yeah, those are just bolt in, but the fronts we got to do. But yeah. And then, yeah, we're going to go get some food, hit up Walmart, come back, we'll start a live stream, and yeah, that's all I got. Be out. Okay, so while Paul's been over there putting in the probe on his radiator, which I'll show you here, but I'm going to show you this since I'm right here. I just finished looming this sucker up, so it's all real nice and fancy at all the connections. So the only wires you really see are right here, and then we got this guy, but it doesn't matter because it's literally right there. And then I still got we got to cut this and put an eyelet on it, and then that's done. That's just gonna go to anywhere's on the intake there. But yeah, that's done. Pretty much done. Then over here, Paul stuck in this probe right here, and then basically all that's gonna do is a 190 thermostat. Yeah, I think it's a 190 degree thermostat. 195. A 195. So it's a 195 degree thermostat. It literally just slides right in, and
there's the other side of it right there.
Yeah, you can see it poking right there. And yeah, so pretty much once it hits 195, it completes the circuit. It turns the fans on, because that's all that's for. Because obviously, I guess if you didn't watch the video, you wouldn't know. But when we wired up the micro squirt, what did we put in that? We had to get rid of that. Oh, the idle air control valve. Yeah. When we added in that used up all the extra wires, so we had to basically sacrifice something. And we didn't want to sacrifice the boost controller, because that would have costed probably like another $300 for a nice boost controller. Or this was like 20 bucks or 30 bucks or something like that, I think.
I don't think it was even that much.
Yeah, it might have been cheaper. But it was nice. It came with like a kit and everything, if you want that kind of thing.
And everything, they're up there.
Yeah, it came with like I don't know if we're gonna use it. We might use it inside.
No, we're not.
No. Yeah.
I don't need any of that stuff.
Yeah, I don't even.
The bag.
Oh. But yeah, so we got that. Yeah, right here. So it came with this nice little harness. It's not a bad harness. It's got an inline fuse and shit. And it even came with like really nice instructions. Like, unlike most of the shit that we usually buy, it doesn't come with crap for instructions. But yeah, so he's pretty much gotten that done. The headlights are all wired up, I do believe. The blinkers are wired up. I'll be showing that in a future one here. He's got to, once he gets all that stuff figured out, and then we could probably get the radiator in. Once everything gets loomed up, then we'll be able to get the radiator in. And then, yeah, it's really fucking close. Then all we got to do is pretty much get the intake on. Speaking of which, I put that on there, back to the other side. So I went ahead and put some RTV in between the throttle body or the intake and the adapter, and then in between the adapter and the throttle body is like an actual gasket, because obviously we had to modify this to actually work. But yeah, so I don't know if we're gonna put this on tonight or not. I think probably not, because we need to have access down here to basically make this. I don't know if we have the stuff on hand to do it. So yeah, but yeah, so that's all we really need to do. We got to do a starter from. Okay, so what we're gonna do for that is from the alternator, jump it over to here. We're gonna loop it underneath the pan. We think that's gonna be the cleanest and best option. We had it wrapped around, but when we drop the trans, it is really annoying. So we're gonna get away from that. Plus it got burnt up real good, so we're gonna do it under the pan. That should be nice and safe. And then we'll go from there to this little, I don't even know what you'd call that. It's like a bulkhead, and it just brings power in through. But yeah, enough rambling on. That's where we're sitting. Yeah, it's basically done.
For here. I still gotta connect stuff in there.
Yeah.
All the ground and stuff.
I'd say it's basically done, but yeah, so intake's just on there for show because I wanted it on there. I wanted it on there. I ain't fucking around. I wanted to know that everything reaches. I still question the injectors, but that's not me. I had nothing to do with that, so that's all that matters.
Fine.
That's all that matters. I can tell that they're fine.
That one in... What do you think going on here? Yeah, that's fine, because it goes like right here.
Oh, we're not making them straight up and down?
No, I'm not gonna grind that.
But yeah, so everything is nice and loomed. Can't see shit. I did the starter wire. Doubt we can fucking see it. Where's the
that's
damn
weird.
light?
It'd be a shame if there was an intake on there.
Yeah. So, got a nice starter wire in there. And it runs up to the wall to that guy. And then it actually runs all the way down underneath, comes up out here over the oil thing and to the alternator. So that is done. And then Paul has gotten up all the headlights wired up. So now when you I gotta put a power to this thing too.
That's fine. I gotta ground it first.
Let me know if the alternator or anything catches on fire.
Shouldn't be a fusing or yeah, I don't know. Don't hit the starter button, I guess.
Yeah, I don't even think that's wired up.
Oh, hi, this one.
So are you gonna continue to impress? Because you're doing a good job right now.
I don't know. What'd you do? Is the light on in there?
Yeah.
Huh. That's weird. Oh, I know. They're not plugged in.
Come on.
Don't worry about it. Turn it off.
Yeah, it's off. Come on, man. Get your shit together.
Okay.
Look at that. Look at that. You can tell by the way it is. And the blinkers work too, but the bumper's outside, so I can't show you that. I think you may have seen it already, maybe not. I don't know anymore.
Just know.
Yeah, just know we tested them. They do work. But yeah, now we're actually getting fucking places.
Now we can work on real stuff.
Yeah, like
The exhaust.
Getting the fuel lines done, get the intake on, get the turbo manifold revamped. Then get the radiator back in.
I wonder if they have a big...
Oh yeah, he wired up the fan too. Or the fans.
Yeah, but we can't really test that. We could, but we're not.
Yeah, we're not. But
we need like a big V-band. Or
like a giant clamp, like a 2-inch clamp. Like a width.
yeah, like a really wide one that's like flat.
Yeah, we'll have to see what we can find. But yeah, that's it. Like, comment, subscribe. See you in the next one.
Alright. Bumper's back on. Radiator's back on. I just got the lines ran to see what it looks like. And it looks nice. So, the wiring out here is done. Finished. So now I just gotta hook up all this stuff for the oil. I had to undo that to get the bumper back on. It's a real good time. And the radiator. So I really hope I don't have to take it off again, because it's not made to come apart. One and done. So I'll show the lights, because that's the big thing. That was low beam, the side beam. Then we have that side, and the back's flashing too. And then I only have one turn signal in the back, so we don't care about that. We just care about these front turn signals working. So yeah, now I'm going to try and clean up the inside, because that's still a mess. And I have to run wires for the gauge, the Intellitronics gauge, because that takes like the turn signals, high beams. It'll have a little indicator on the gauge, so I know when it's on and off. So that'll be cool. But I just gotta splice into the wires for that. I already did the turn signals, but I have to do the high beam. And I have to put in a dimmer switch, because they are bright, and I don't want to be blinded at night. So I'm going to start doing that now.
JK, we're working in here. Okay, so I don't know what Paul last filmed, but so basically what we got going on here, we got the wideband over here. That's wired in now, I do believe. Yeah, pretty much everything is wired in. This is for the dash. We obviously still need to wire that. We're very close. We plugged in micro squirt. We tested a couple things. The IEC's working. The TPS works. We got the coolant sensor changed, so that's working. Yeah, I think that's. Yeah, and then we wired in the fan and we tested that. Yeah, I think, and then he's got the alternator thing in there. We haven't even tested to see if that turns on with the ignition.
No.
So, well, so when we press this, we don't have no wideband on. So, did you put fuses in them? Yeah, that's why. So,
that's why nothing happens.
But yeah, so if we turn on that, obviously we got headlights and all that good shit. Oh, you got the lighter. Let me see that lighter.
Are you gonna sit there with the freaking lighter again?
Yeah.
Why? I'm thinking of my bro.
They're not gonna believe me. Oh, I'm not taking it out. It should work now.
Yeah.
So if we heat that up, the fan should come on. But yeah, so everything is working real nice like. We'll see if the fucking fan actually turns on or not. But yeah, been a nice long time of dicking around with wires.
Getting there.
Yeah, I give up. Just know it works. I tried. But yeah, once he puts in some fuses, we can hopefully see whether some things are working.
You lied to me. We're at their 7.5. Oh, there's a 10.
There should be 10s.
There's two 10s if you're 7.5.
Oh, well. I guess I lied.
I'll use those ones.
Yeah, use those ones for the low spots.
Alright.
So now we turn this on. Look at that.
Look at that.
We got wideband and that guy for the alternator. I don't know if you can really see it, but this little red guy. So basically, when we turn this off, that drains the power from it. I think that excites the charge thing or something. I don't know. I don't know how that works.
Yeah, I hope we don't run through the other wire.
Yeah, there's. Last time we had 2 wires, and we're kind of hoping that it just needs to be 1 wire. Like mine has only 1 wire, so hopefully that's the case. I think the only thing that's left to really be wired in, other than so we got that yellow wires for your the boost controller, and I think those are what those 2 are. One's a ground, and then the other.
No.
Well, one's a power, and then the other goes to that, and the micro squirt grounds it.
What'd you say?
And then this is just extra. What's it connected to on the other side? Nothing?
Nothing. It was going to be the oil pressure, but that's going to go around.
And then, is this another extra?
That's fuel pressure.
Oh. That one's got to get extended and brought up to here then?
Yeah.
It's actually got extended all the way around?
You'd think it'd be simple, but nope.
No, it's the loop.
I thought you should go get more of that little wire.
Yeah, that's what you're going to need.
I might have green somewhere.
But is it enough green?
Yes.
Should do a different color than green. You have
Is that it?
2 color greens here.
That's cute. You see all these reds?
Yeah, but there's none here. But yeah, that's actually where we're gonna end it. I'm done.
Me too.
So we've actually made progress. This is legit almost done.
As in
But
wiring.
yeah, wiring. Wiring is legit almost done. And then we just gotta try and start it. After a long time. We still gotta do the intake, do the exhaust with the new turbo setup, oil feed, everything. Alright, like, comment, subscribe. See you guys in the next one. Alright, so Paul got this all cleaned up, all that stuff, and then we just got the Intellitronics gauge wired in. The only thing left to do would be like the GPS part, but well, now it's gonna be like the actual first try that we see if this power's on. G-dang.
Look at that oil pressure though. We got 2 oil pressures.
I can barely see any of that.
Is it really bright?
Well, that light's not really helping. It's way too bright. And it dimmed it, but I can still not barely see it. It's just a blur. Can't you click on it?
Well, your freaking camera, you gotta... I got no fuel. I wonder if that has power. I can check that.
Yeah.
God, that is so bright. I probably didn't even need the dimmer.
But,
I should have just left it dim the whole time. Jeez. Oh, I guess after we put that shield on there, that'll help a lot too.
Yeah. But yeah, it works. That's where I'm done. Well, we might try and put the dash on, see if it fits, see if we fucked ourselves anywheres.
Yeah, we will try that.
But yeah, so we'll try that. If you look in this random ass video about Intellitronics wiring, even though it won't be labeled, but we got the GPS in there. Black is ground, red is power, and then the purple wire gets hooked up to the white wire off of the actual gauge. So it's solid, which means it's working. That's good. Now we're gonna try and get the dash in. All right, there it is. Fucking dash is back in and all. So obviously, next step for like anything, we're gonna have to like obviously make a mount and all that shit. This guy's gonna get like siliconed on. But yeah, so far so good. Yeah, you can see the GPS unit right there, glowing green. That's our alternator. And then like this, so that's his high-low switch. And then the one below it is line lock, so that way he can mix the two up.
Yeah.
If it not dimming isn't enough. That's bright. But yeah, that's actually gonna be the end of this one. Wiring is, we're gonna call it complete. Obviously we gotta add in a couple accessories like interior lights, a USB charging. I think that's pretty much it. Oh, windows. Then we got wire in the windows. But those are two complete, like those are different systems, so we're not gonna worry about that. So basically we could fire her up if we really felt like it. Not really, because obviously we're missing like a whole engine. Well, half of them. The important parts, intakes and turbo and such. But yeah.
The light works, but the turn signal's not working for some reason. Nah, I took one of the fuses out for that.
You've really screwed us.
Plug us in! You plug in that one.
Well, with what?
The fuses! There's no random one in there. See it? I'm unturning. Ready?
Yeah.
Ooh, it's flashing.
Ooh, it's even right. Fancy. Even the high beams works.
Sweet.
In it to win it. But yeah, that's it. Like, comment, subscribe. See you in the next one.